Alrighty y'all, welcome back to the channel. And today I wanted to show you a few differences that Wolf Creek is doing in the production of its traps, at least in the #1 coil springs. So this is a #1 coil spring double jaw that I purchased 2 or 3 years ago. Only used it one trapping season. And then this is one I purchased as of the making of this video today. And this one is a #1 coil spring, just regular jaw. And I'm going to be comparing the differences that they have made in these two traps, what they've removed or added. So first up with the old one, it has a base plate here, which is just another piece of metal that's welded on to give it more rigidity. And I've never seen any other manufacturer put a base plate on a #1 coil spring because it's kind of overkill and unnecessary, because really this is a mink muskrat trap. You could also use it for skunks, maybe raccoon. And the newer one doesn't have it. I'm not terribly upset about it. It is kind of a nice touch, but then again, it's not completely necessary. The next thing is these springs. The old one has about 6. It has 6 of these rings. The newer one has 7. And this one I only used for 1 season, so not a whole lot of wear on it. And just pushing these down by hand, they seem pretty similar, but that's just me feeling it. I'm not an expert or anything. I didn't take out any scientific instruments to do it. So if this wire is the same thickness and if it's tempered the same, hypothetically this should be stronger, but I wasn't able to measure it completely accurately enough to tell a difference just using my bare hands. And then the next difference that they have here is these rings. This old one here is just welded at the end, curved and welded, and it's a little bit smaller than the newer one, which is like this, and it has this twist in it, which you'll see pretty often on older traps. This is a Oneida Victor 1.5 jump. You can see that's got that same style of ring. I don't really care. I'm not really for or against this change. I mean, it's slightly bigger, so maybe there'll be more room in there for a stake, but it's not hard to get a stake in a ring that size at all. But that is another difference. And I know Oneida Victor still puts this, they put this on their 1.5 coil springs, and other manufacturers may as well. So another difference, the final difference that I noticed, and I'm not sure if this is intentional or if it's just the way it goes, but you can see on this trap, on the edges of the jaws, they're tilted upward. And the idea with that is that it'll be harder for the jaw to get pulled out, as opposed to if they're straight out or slightly downward. Now, this could just be, they slammed the jaws in and this is how they came out. Or it could be intentional, I don't know. But at least on this newer one, on that side it appears that they're slightly downward, and on the other side it appears that they're slightly upward. Once again, they could have intentionally been bending these upward, or they could have just slided them in, and that's how they ended up. So I don't know if that's an intentional change or not, or if that's just this specific trap and this specific trap. But there are all the differences that I noticed between these two traps. If you think any of them is very important or not important at all, or you're wondering why they did that, be sure to leave it in the comments. Feel free to check out some of my other videos as well. God bless, and see you on the next one.